Happy Friday to you, 2 o'clock here in the middle of the afternoon. I'm Christi Paul, so glad to have your company at HLN. Got some interesting news coming out right now. The judge called this hearing this afternoon so she could disclose a connection she has with the defendant, George Zimmerman, originally called HLN legal analyst. Thank you. Trayvon Martin's mother has made it clear, in case you missed this, she doesn't think her son's death was an accident. Sabrina Full. She's a strong woman. Trayvon's mother also told Nancy that she is relieved to see Zimmerman charged with second-degree murder. Now, tonight, Nancy's talking to retired Florida judge Stan Strickland, who will give us some insight into what evidence the prosecution may have and how his friend, Mark O'Mara, plans to defend George Zimmerman. I'm sure they'll touch on this whole thing that's just happened in the last half hour, too, about whether a recusal will be necessary in this case. You don't want to miss Nancy tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on HLN, of course. And you can stay on top of all the lists. Has shaken a small New Hampshire town. Their police chief, who planned to retire in just a few days, is dead, killed on the job. She told you about this story, and oh, the comments we've gotten. Some employers aren't just looking at... Well, Maryland becomes the first state in the nation to ban employers from asking for employees' social media passwords in job interviews. HLN Digital Lifestyle Expert. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it does. I'm surprised anybody wouldn't page, which I'm not, of course. A couple of days ago, we told you about this little girl. She's blind, has cerebral palsy. Let's talk about Newark Mayor Cory Booker, because everybody else is talking about him today. He ran into a burning building last night and helped rescue a neighbor who was trapped inside. Now, Rick Holmes from affiliate News 12, New Jersey, tells us how the mayor saved this woman's life. Mayor Booker says he feels blessed that everyone just made it out alive, and at a news conference today, he credited his security team and detectives and firefighters on the scene and says there were moments that he didn't feel so brave. He felt terror. And here's what he said when reporters asked him how he feels being called a hometown hero. The cause of that fire, by the way, is not known. Okay, here's the kind of story I love to tell you. There's a blind girl and her therapy dog that are reunited. Millie does have some scrapes on his belly, and they fear that she may have been neglected or abused while she was missing. But, of course, police are investigating, and the good news is she's back. There's a new website that will let you find the best airfares over the phone, and it's caught the attention of your HLN money expert, Clark Howard. And this weekend, do not miss his last-minute tax tips before that deadline on Tuesday. All right, I'm thinking the late-night guys are going to have a heyday with this one. Men who drink alcohol may be better problem solvers. Move over, celebrity tweeters, Lady Gaga, Jason Bieber. Okay, have you heard about prom spending? It's off the charts this year. Hundreds of dollars it's up just since last year. According to a survey, parents, I love this, 280-somethings who don't have a clue what they're doing, but as Jeannie Mose reports, that's made them more of a hit. Oh. Okay, listen to this. 2 men survived after a tire smashed through their front windshield. I want to show you the... You know, we don't know where or how George Zimmerman was living since he shot Trayvon Martin, but... Coming out of a status hearing in the George Zimmerman case, the judge called the hearing this afternoon so she could basically disclose a connection that she has with the defendant. Apparently, George Zimmerman originally called HLN legal analyst Mark Nejame about this case. Nejame referred Zimmerman to his current lawyer. No determination as to who that was yet. George Zimmerman's family says he fired in self-defense and that Martin attacked him. A tentative date has been set for a bond hearing, though, for Zimmerman. That's going to be next Friday. And until then, he's going to remain in a special part of the Seminole County Jail. We know he purchased... The jail's booking sheet lists Zimmerman is 5 foot 8 inches tall and weighing about 185 pounds. Now, I want to switch gears to another high-profile case that I know you've been paying attention to for a couple of years. Old wounds are reopening from the sex abuse scandal that rocked the Catholic Church. Both sides of a landmark priest sex abuse trial are preparing for the next round now. I want to show you this man, defendant in the sex abuse scandal. A defrocked priest, Edward Avery, pled guilty, and he was sentenced to 2 to 5 years in prison. I want to give you an update now on the Bobby Petrino scandal. The University of Arkansas has suspended the woman that he was allegedly having an affair with, 25-year-old Jessica. Police say a man shot and killed his wife and daughter at a Cracker Barrel restaurant after his wife said she was leaving him. This happened at a Cracker Barrel. A diamond ring found in a sewer line. back with its owner. We told you the story earlier. Wow, congratulations to them. She said she couldn't sleep when she heard the ring was found, and she went to claim it the next day. You know, spices could be the magic ingredient to good health, a better body, great skin. Now you know. A Tennessee man is being called a hero after stopping an alleged child molester. You know, some people think Tornado Alley needs to include more states. It's not an official term. Well, doctors are experimenting with a new way to treat severe depression. They're stimulating the brain with electrodes. It actually targets a part of the brain that controls our moods. CNN chief medical correspondent Dr. Sanjay Gupta explains. That's something, isn't it? Thank you, Sanjay Gupta, for that story, by the way. All righty, a Tennessee man, as I said, being called a hero. He allegedly, he stopped an alleged child molester, I should say. We're going to tell you how he did it. I posted this on my Facebook page, Christi Paul, HLN. You got to hear how this Good Samaritan's quick thinking may have stopped an alleged child molester who's now off the streets. Police say Robert Bumpus was arrested after a man caught him molesting a young girl. Marie Waxel from affiliate WAFF, has the details. Bless his heart. Bumpus is currently in custody, by the way. He faces multiple charges relating to aggravated assault, and Police Chief Judy Moore of the Lawrenceburg Police Department says she's not aware whether the suspect has obtained an attorney yet, but he is scheduled to appear in court on May 4th. All righty, this is going to be a hot topic, obviously, tonight on Prime News with Vinnie Politan. So you don't want to miss Prime News tonight. It's at 6 p.m. Eastern, only here on HLN. You know, it took 2 hours, but firefighters were finally able to pull a dog out of a flooded canal. The dog's name is Ted. Tomorrow, the Red Hot Chili Peppers will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We caught up with the band on their current tour. Bassist Flea says the Grammys and other awards are fine, but to be part of Rock's Hall of Fame, now that's something. Well, Mel Gibson is once again in trouble for what he allegedly said.